Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we need to talk about everything new that's going on this week in Grand Theft Auto Online as a part of Rockstar's new event week. So let's talk about what wasn't released first, as that's probably going to be the biggest bit of information here. There wasn't a new car. There wasn't a new adversary mode. Was there technically new content added this week? Yes, and we'll talk about it. But as far as the big items that Rockstar could have added, like a vehicle or an adversary mode, nothing of that such happened. So I guess I should apologize for being overconfident that a vehicle would release today. It certainly seemed logical, although in my video I did yesterday, I did state that one of the possibilities was exactly what happened today, where they just give us new discounts and bonuses and sales and stuff like that. But for people like me and others who were expecting the drip feed cars to start today, we weren't reaching outside the realm of possibilities. If we go back to some of the previous DLCs, like Bikers, it was released on October 4th. A week later, on October 11th, Rockstar released the Demon Custom and the Raptor. If we go to Import-Export, it was released on December 13th. On December 20th, they released the Nero and the Nero Custom. Most recently, if we go to Cunning Stunt Special Vehicle Circuit, it was released on March 13th, and then a week later, on March 21st, they released the Hijack Rustin. So we've got 3 DLCs back to back to back, and I don't even know what happened with Cunning Stunts or Finance and Felony, but at least those 3 recent DLCs, the update came out, and then a week later, we received, at a minimum, 1 new drip-fed car. So I don't know what was different this week with Rockstar. I have no idea why they have decided to not do this. I have 2 reasons why I believe that they are doing this. Number 1, they're looking to extend the content of this update much longer than I predicted, possibly even into like July, August, and maybe even September if that's not even a stretch. Because they have 8 total vehicles to release. They've got a ton of adversary mode, lots of new clothing too. So it seems as if the content in this update may be lasting a lot longer than we think. But also number 2, apparently because Downforce is broken, the first vehicle that was scheduled to be released, the Valkyrie, is impacted by Downforce. So if Rockstar knows Downforce is broken and the first vehicle they knew was going to be coming out was Downforce, why would they release it knowing that it would be broken? So I wonder if they're waiting on a fix and then possibly releasing it, I don't know, sometime later this week, or at the next time the tunables are set to update. Again, that's just really guessing, but I do think that could have had an impact on why we haven't seen a vehicle today. So as always, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on this situation, on when we can expect legitimate new content like the adversary modes and the vehicles to be added into Grand Theft Auto Online. But let's talk about what was added into GTA Online today, and it starts with a brand new t-shirt. So this new t-shirt you get for simply logging into online. All you got to do is head to the clothing store, go to Special Tops, and then Unlocks, and you'll find the black Hawk and Little logo t-shirt. So it's a pretty simple design. It's black with the black and white Hawk and Little logo in the center, but it is cool and it's free, and it will be exclusive for players that decide to log into online this week. So if you want to potentially get yourself a rare shirt and that can be seen on many of the handguns we have in game, well, this is something you can do by logging into online today and going to the clothing store. After that, we've got a couple discounts for some vehicles, the first of which is applied to the Valkyrie. So instead of the Valkyrie being $2,850,000, it's only $2,137,500. Now, this, once again, is my opinion of Rockstar just trolling us. They didn't add any new helicopters with gun running, and the first discount they give us is on one of the existing helicopters we got from the Heist update. It's still really, really expensive, but if you want it, it's 25% off, and then 25% off the Coil Brawler, which instead of it being $715,000, it's $536,000. The Brawler is one of my favorite vehicles. It's based off of the Local Motors Rally Fighter, but still, there's a lot of other vehicles you could be buying right now, so I'm not sure if that would be the smartest thing to do. After that, we've got some discounts at the ammunition store, where you'll be receiving 25% off all body armor, which is quite nice. Honestly, out of this week, this is probably the most useful out of all the discounts because I'm burning through a lot of body armor, so that's actually quite nice. And then last but not least, we've got some vehicle discounts as well, 25% off armor, and then you've got 25% off bulletproof tires too. So this is actually one of the more useful things as well, as I know we're all going to be upgrading our new vehicles with armor and bulletproof tires. Those are like one of the two standard things that you pretty much should do with every single vehicle. So as far as those discounts go, at least those are quite nice. And then it pains me to say this next thing, but unfortunately, that is it. There's no double GTA money and RP. There's no new vehicles added. There's no new adversary mode. That's it. So it's a pretty light event week. Now, I can once again understand the possibilities why this is the case. Maybe Rockstar, up until this point, was under the assumption that they were going to be releasing the Debauchee Wagner into the game, and it was going to complete this event week. But now it's looking a little bit light. Or it was just their intentions to not do this at all, as we got the gun running DLC last week. And maybe Rockstar assumes we've already got a lot of content on our hands and our plate, and we're still trying to enjoy all of that. As always, with every new event week, we do get a new time trial and premium race. And this week's time trial is actually quite easy. It is a long one. It's called End to End, which is going to take you from Simeon Docks all the way up to the back end of Paleto Bay. So it is a good distance away, but if you're strapped for cash and are looking for a little bit easier way to make some money, then you can do the time trial. My friend Matt Zingu actually completed it earlier today, and he sent me this footage, which was pretty awesome, and you can really see his strategy here. Once you get started, basically you just want to be on a fast bike. You want to use the wheeling technique where you're leaning back as often as you can. Luckily, there's a lot of straightaways, so for a couple seconds at a time, you'll be able to wheelie back and won't have any fear of running into anything. The only thing that is unfortunate about this is that it is so long. If you crash your bike and fall off, and if you don't have a chance to restart, you're going to be stuck out there and going to have to go all the way back down to the docks to try this again. So it is a long one, but it isn't challenging in terms of having to do crazy shortcuts or anything like that. It's just a big, long journey on the highway, and you should be able to get a nice $50,000 or so to help fund your gun running businesses. And there's also a new premium race as well, and that premium race is Storm Drain, which I believe is for the Blazer Aqua. And that's going to be obviously the podium rating, where you get $80,000 for the winner, $10,000 for second place, break even for third, and then triple RP for everyone that is competing. Now, as far as content goes, the last thing we need to talk about is some secret sales that are actually going on. These are the targeted bonuses that are only applied for certain players. So let me know either on Twitter or in the comment section down below if you've received these targeted sales. I have not, but a couple of my friends have, including Harry D and Fetty, who have both provided some pretty epic tweets for me. So thank you for that. These are their screenshots. So let's take a look at this right now. The first vehicle that is on sale is the Western Zombie Bobber. So instead of it being, I think it's $99,000, it's $74,000. Again, one of the cheaper bikes in the game. But if you're a fan of the Zombie Bobber and you don't own one, now might be a good time to snag it. After that, we've got a sale for the Savage. It's actually 50% off. Again, Rockstar trolling with those helicopters. So instead of it being $1,950,000, it's $975,000, which again, pretty cheap. But the Savage's armor is still so bad that I don't believe that it makes it really worth it. You've got the Nagasaki Shotaro, which instead of being $2,225,000 is $1,668,000. One of the quickest bikes in the game and definitely enjoyable to ride around in. So I would definitely go ahead and snag that. And then you got the Titan as well, getting a 50% discount too. Instead of it being $2 million, it's only $1 million. Again, Rockstar trolling with more militarized vehicles, except they're all old and they didn't add any new ones, which is kind of weird. And what's also still interesting is that some players are still seeing bonuses and sales for the Adder and the FMJ, which were the old sales from last week. So my friend Fetty, who I mentioned, has all the new sales, but he also has the Adder on sale for $750,000, which is 25% off, and the FMJ for $1,312,000, which is also 25% off. Its original price, $1,750,000. So I don't know if that's just like a tunables error or what, but some people are getting the old discounts and the new discounts too, which to me is pretty interesting. But those are the secret targeted bonuses and sales that are only showing up for a handful of players. I think it's like 5 or 10% of the community. Now, something else that's pretty interesting is when all the discounts are ending. The time trial and the premium race are going from today, which is June 20th, through June 26th, which is next Monday. However, all the discounts like the 25% off the body armor and the Coil Brawler and the Valkyrie, that is ending on June 30th. Those discounts are lasting from June 20th through the 29th. So I see those as the next two potential days in which we could get something. The 27th, which is a Tuesday, or the 30th, which is a Friday. Now, on that Friday, there's a good chance that Rockstar could introduce the Independence Day content because that's literally 4 days away from the 4th of July, which is America's Independence Day. So those are my predictions right there. So this is what I'm thinking. Maybe on Tuesday, the 27th, we see a new vehicle like the Debauchee Supercar or the Night Shark, or maybe on that following Friday, we actually see the new Independence Day liveries and weapons and whatever else Rockstar decides to add. I think those are the next two best possibilities. But as always, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments section down below. Let me know what you think is going to happen in Grand Theft Auto Online over the next couple weeks as far as content and what could be releasing. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. I should have one more video coming out later today and then a really fun live stream, so stay tuned for that. But of course, without the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.